Yo, y'all going crazy on that Dragon Ball Z? Who's that? A swivel?
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Bay State in Massachusetts. Welcome to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Atlanta Falcons and the New England Patriots.
So you go bowling, top golf, shoot some pool.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, we welcome you. The punter, Bradley Pinion, gets this started. And off we go from Foxborough. Now an opening past the 30. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return.
Here we go, throw. What's up? Hey, five. Crazy.
Throwing right away, it's May. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Hunter Henry was the one he was looking to connect with. And it'll bring up second down.
He just said something about this shit. You was in it.
We're going to run, and this is Travion Henderson. No dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
What's up? Hey, five. Crazy.
On third and long, here's May. He'll find his tight end. That's Henry. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield.
That's good for a
That's
Patriots
well done as they get the conversion on third and 13.
48-yard line.
Set to go now on first and 10.
What's up? Hey, five.
From out of the gun, here's May. The look at his big target, Henry, over the middle. From the 43, here's second down and 5.
Second and 5 at the 43-yard line.
On the draw, it's Henderson. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, that's it.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. Third and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
It's a gain of 10 yards. Good for a Patriots first down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. I think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
Pass caught right side by Henry. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Brings up second and 4 at the 25-yard line.
They quickly out to dig. And he'll be out of bounds down around the 40. His second catch of the drive. This one good for 15 and a first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch, and move the chains.
So, not quite first and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close.
He was crazy. Hey, five.
Here's May again. This one caught at the 4. And he's in. Touchdown, New England. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at number 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. It's the first run of the game for Bijan Robinson. Into space. Inside the 40. And he will dive into the end zone. 83 yards. Touchdown, Atlanta. Well, that's a way to start a drive. He takes it all the way to the house. I don't know what they were talking about on the last series, but they've come out on this series, Greg, with the right answer for the touchdown.
And, Mike, the reason a lot of teams start off drives with the run play is to allow themselves to operate ahead of the chains. Well, not this guy. He found the alley, he took it, and he's off to the races for 6.
Zane Gonzalez on for the point after. He's got it. And the Falcons come right back to tie it at 7.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. And that's well done by the kicking team. He's only able to make it past the 15-yard line.
Crazy. You touch? Hey, what's that? Crazy. Hey, five. Quick.
Williams in motion. On 1st and 10, here's May. And that's going to be intercepted. A.J. Terrell has it.
May's pass intercepted by the Falcons. They'll take over 1st and 10.
You know, Mike, anytime a team can go nickel or dime and come off the field with an interception, I just am constantly reminded of the importance of defensive back depth when you're building an NFL roster. I mean, think back. This is not the old NFL base 3-4, base 4-3. Offenses are going to roll out 2, 3, 4 high-level wide receivers at you in this pass-first modern era. If you can't roll out 5 DBs and all of them hold their own and be trusted to hold up, you are going to struggle defending these pass-first modern offenses.
A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. Harris Evans on the scoreboard. And we're back to Foxborough in a moment. The Falcons have it to start quarter number 2. They have it 2nd and 4 coming up. They'll throw. It's Penix. Open man downfield. That's London. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down. contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump? So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. Now Robinson. And he'll take this down to the 6. That's good enough for 1st down. 1st and goal.
A gain of 6.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
Robinson trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he's going to come up short.
They keep it on the ground twice, Mike, and they have no success. So now if you're the play caller, that starts creeping into your head. Do you have confidence in a 3rd attempt, or now do you try to change it up and go play action and put the ball in the air?
Two minutes to play. First half, all tied at 7. We're back to Foxborough after this. Can the defense do it again? From the 1. 3rd down now and goal. They'll try to run with Robinson.
This is a play, Mike, that makes me want to run down there, throw on a uniform, and try to help out. I mean, I think at this point, I could help clear enough room to get 1 yard. Heck,
To the goal line and in. Great London. Touchdown, Falcons.
Touchdown, Atlanta.
you know, Mike, I think we're going to see a lot of this, and you know why? It's the new kickoff rule. So think about it. In the old days, you'd kick a field goal, you'd kick a touchback, and your opponent would have the ball on the 20. You didn't give up as much field position, but you only got 3 points. Nowadays, you go for 3 points and you kick a touchback, they get the ball on the 35. It's almost 30 yards of field position. You're just better off going for touchdowns when you get in here tight.
Makes the score, Falcons 14, Patriots 7. Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken in at the goal line. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Five. Hey, here we go, son. That's crazy. Crazy.
Williams in motion. To throw on 1st down is May. Out to his right. He'll let this one go long for Williams. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 76 yards. Touchdown, New England. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
They'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop.
At their own 22-yard line.
They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. He's to midfield. Inside the 30. And they won't catch him. He'll go all the way. 78 yards. Touchdown, Atlanta. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll manage to get this back only to about the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Crazy.
Here's May to throw it on first down. That one intercepted. Hit by the rookie out of Oklahoma. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown.
That's about as bad as it can possibly get, Mike. You're only one play into the drive. You're trying to establish a little early rhythm, get something going, and now you're jogging off the field watching your opponent celebrate in the end zone. So they're going to have to come back out here on offense pretty quickly, regroup, take a deep breath, and try to bounce back.
This is fielded inside the 5. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Here goes crazy. Hey, what's that?
Working out of the gun, it's May. Now, right on the heels of the pick 6, he is intercepted. That's the safety, Jesse Bates.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 46-yard line.
And the lefty panics on first down. That one down the field, but they cannot connect. And it's incomplete. Drake London was the intended receiver there. And it'll be second down. From the gun, here is Penix. Now, deep ball for London. And that ball intercepted. It's Christian Gonzalez. And he tacks on a nice return to boot. He'll get this all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Penix's pass intercepted. The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
Throwing on 1st and 10 is May. That'll be caught. It's Travion Henderson. And he will be out of bounds right around the 35. Now the Patriots going to use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
May now on 1st and 10. Throw on the run is complete. New England going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Crazy.
Operating from the shotgun, it's May. Good work there defensively. Knocked it away, and that pass falls incomplete. He was looking for Stephon Diggs there, and that will lead to a second down.
5. What's that? Hey, crazy. Hey, come with me.
May to the air once more. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. The Pats going to stop it here. They'll use their third and final timeout. Clock is stopped with 26 seconds until the break. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long.
Hey, here we go, hey, what's that? Hey, five. Crazy.
Williams in motion. From the gun. On 3rd down, it's May. Now a deep ball toward the end zone. Trying to get it to Kyle Williams there. And now it's 4th down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
The field goal unit staying put. They're going to line up and go for this on 4th down.
Hey, five.
They'll go. Here's May. That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on 4th and long. That was a big ask, and the defense turns them away.
So I'm not sure if this is miscommunication or just bad execution, but either way, this is a ball that just needs to be completed. I mean, it's 4th down, money moment. You've got to be good in these critical situations, and when there's opportunities for plays to be made, you got to make them.
Again, working deep downfield. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
3rd down. And 10 yards to go.
To throw is Penix. Rolling right. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this 1st half. No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw it with Penix. Open man is Mooney. He's got it. And he's going to have a Falcons 1st down on a well-designed play to get 16 to keep the drive going. 3rd quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Penix. He's going to take a shot here for Mooney. This one is intercepted by Carlton Davis. And he's going to set his guys up well. Nice return. The offense is going to have it just past the 40-yard line.
So we saw in the 1st half, Mike, they were willing to take some risks. It allowed them to build this halftime lead. Now the opposing sideline, they're looking to fight back. They're looking to cut that lead down. That's what that coverage seemed. It looked like they baited that quarterback to force that errant throw and lead to that turnover. Now it's their offense coming back on the field with a chance to cut this deficit.
That's a short pickup to about the 47. Xavier Watts there to bring him down.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 6.
Crazy.
2nd and 6.
What's that? Crazy. Hey, what's that?
Williams in motion. On 2nd down, it's May. To the left side, he's got Henry. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. They get 20 on the connection. 1st down, New England.
33-yard line.
Keep it rolling. They can't stop us. Keep rolling. Hey, Angel.
Throwing is May. He's got it at about the 8. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10.
4 yards.
It picks up 25 yards and gives them a golden opportunity. It's first and goal. They'll run with Henderson. And he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Travion Henderson. Touchdown, Patriots. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do. Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line. On first down, it's Robinson. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 17-yard line.
On second down, Penix. Forced to his right. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete. Trying to get it to Kyle Pitts. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Let's call it for what it is, Mike. I mean, right now, this team is winning in spite of him. Certainly not because of him. And what's really concerning is that's the most important position on the team. And if they are able to hold on and they do pull this game out, it could wind up being one of the most poor performances we've ever seen in a winning effort that I can recall in a long time.
3 and out. 4th down.
Fourth down, and here's Penix. To the sideline, he's got it. The official says, yes, the feet are in, and they convert on fourth down. 24-yard pickup as they convert on fourth down.
First down, Atlanta.
Got it. Ready?
Here's 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Robinson. Finds room inside the 40. Strong running there. He brings this down inside the 25. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. And even 30 yards.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. The next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
On first down, right back to Robinson. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
Let's go now. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Back to throw. Here's Penix. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed. In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on 1st and 2nd down. The last thing you want is to be in 3rd and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. These long, sustained drives on the ground, you kick a field goal, that's a win for the defense.
Oh, the blitz.
Yeah, wait.
He is
Oh.
sacked.
God
Turnover on
damn.
downs.
All right, Mike, so
Man,
in this
this fucking call
situation,
me
a
phone.
defensive coordinator has two options. You can sit back and play the pass, or you can be aggressive and go after the quarterback. In this case, they chose the latter, and that's why they were able to force the turnover on downs.
Third, what's that? What's that? Crazy, 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 crazy.
From out of the gun, here's May. That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete. Kayshawn Boutte was the one he was looking for. And it'll lead to a second down.
What's that?
To throw is May. He'll get this out to Henderson. And he gets him 6 yards closer before going out of bounds. It's third down coming up.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up third down.
What's that?
Third and short. And here is May. That one on target to Williams. He's got it. First and 10.
A 5-yard gain on the play. That's good for a Patriots first down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Throw again is May. Right back to Williams. They connect again. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
That's another Patriots first down.
That's quickly out to Williams. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
14 more
That's
yards.
catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Divine Diablo on the tackle.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second
Brings
half.
up second and 11.
Greg and I back
At the
on
30-yard
EA
line.
Sports after this. Here comes second down.
Crazy, crazy, crazy. Third, what's that? What's that?
They'll drop to throw. Oh, and a pressure there. He can't get a throwaway, and he's taken down.
A loss of 12 brings up third down.
Let's go, let's go.
Gonna need a big play now. Third down and long. Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first. They'll talk things over before third down.
Here goes that. What's that? Crazy. Five. Crazy.
Working out of the gun. It's May. Flush to his right. He'll let this one go long for Williams. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on fourth down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation. And right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest
That
moment.
bullshit out of here, boy.
So you roll the dice on offense, and you fail. But now you can't give up. Your defense has to go out there and get a stop. You have all 3 timeouts. You have time to get the ball back one more time on offense. So now your defense needs to answer the bell and give your offense one more shot.
Now the Patriots are going to use their first timeout, and will take it with just over 90 seconds left on the clock. They'll go again with Robinson. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that. New England going to take their second timeout. We'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. On third down, it's Robinson. And he'll get this across midfield. It's brought down. Following a pickup of 5. The Pats can stop it here. They'll use their third and final timeout as they'll discuss what's to come as fourth down is looming. They're going on fourth down. It's Penix. That is incomplete. Oh, they elected to throw on fourth and short. It does not work out. They turn it over on down.
You give your offense a chance to close this game out. If they pick up the first down, this game is over. But now, after the defensive stop, we're starting to see some signs of life on that other sideline.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. They have time to work with, but they have no timeouts. It's first and 10. And he is planted in the backfield. Defenders crashing through, blow up that play behind the line. So after the penalty, a break as they now have first and 5.
Crazy.
To throw now, May. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
Here goes tonight. What's that? Good. Hey, 5. Crazy.
Man in motion, heading left. Throwing on second down. May. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
That's good for a Patriots. First down.
Crazy.
First and 10 at the 20.
May to throw again. Back complete to Henderson. And he'll be out of bounds. A pickup, though, of 6.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Here's second down and 3.
Hey, 5. Here goes tonight. Crazy.
May to the air once more. He's found his receiver, Butte. And he'll be out of bounds, but he has the first down inside the 10-yard line. It's first and goal.
That's another Patriots first down.
Here's May again. That's hauled in at the 2. And this is going to be a touchdown. A game-tying TD here in the final minute.
Well, there's still some time remaining, but what a sequence of events here, Mike. I mean, late in the game, they get the touchdown that they needed to tie it, and now they can take the lead with the extra point.
Patriots 29, Falcons 28. Andres Borregales to
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Carter on the return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's first down. They'll run with Robinson. And he ran right through one tackle, fighting forward. Good gain on the ground of about 7. Here's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
From the gun, here is Penix. He's going to let this one go deep. And this will be incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Picked off by Marcus Jones. And the Patriots have just about sewn up this football game. Call it Motown, call it the Motor City. To Lions fans, this is home. Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Atlanta Falcons and the Detroit Lions.
Oh, bitch ass up, nigga. You can wait. I got my motherfucking time, nigga. This shit. Do that shit automatically, nigga.
Pinion gets this started, and we are underway in downtown Detroit. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line.
At their own 34-yard line.
On play action, Goff. He's going to test this secondary right away.
You I should stayed on that boy.
They are in business inside the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 38 yards. And the Lions first down. 1st and 10 at the 27.
On 1st and 10, here's Goff. Here's a shot toward the end zone. And that is incomplete. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the receiver he was trying to target. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
I can tell you from firsthand experience, Mike, that is a lonely and long jog back to the huddle. I mean, you're an inch away from being the hero with a deep touchdown. Instead, you let it go through your fingertips, and you got to come back to the huddle and try again.
A gain there of 10 yards. 1st down, Detroit.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Goff. Catch is made by Wright. And he is out of bounds at the 4-yard line. It's a gain of 13, and it's 1st and goal.
And now they find themselves on the verge of really putting together an opening statement drive here at the start of this game. But now that the field becomes condensed, continue to be smart in the...
It is brought in the end zone. St. Brown. Touchdown, Detroit. Now Jake Bates on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Lions will take a 7-0 lead.
Lions 7, Falcons nothing.
I told you guys I've been pretty upfront and honest about Tampa. It being home for an hour.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Here we go on the return from the 1. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
They'll run it for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And he'll get forward for about a yard. DJ Reader, as usual, from that interior spot with the play.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 9. Here's Penix. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. Eden Hutchinson. He's able to force the big loss on the sack, and it sets up 3rd and long. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. Now, deep ball for London. And that is incomplete. Contact, but no flags. Going to be 4th down.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that 1st down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
They'll try and throw it with Penix. That is incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on 4th. Going to give the ball over on down.
Result of the play is a
So the message this coach is sending to his huddle is very clear. It's, hey, guys, I got all the confidence in the world. We're going to be aggressive all day. We're not afraid.
The blitz overwhelms the offensive line, and down he goes.
A loss of 6.
James Pierce in there for the sack. It is a loss of 6 to begin the drive. Throwing on 2nd down. Goff. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and 3rd down. Coming up.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
So they'll talk over what to do on this 3rd down play as we have hit the end of the 1st quarter. 7-0 is our score. And we are back to the Motor City in a moment.
Hold on. Check.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Picked off by Troy Anderson. And the Falcons force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 10.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and say there's ever a good time to throw a red zone interception. But in this case, it's the 1st half. You have the rest of the game to get yourself back down here in the red zone and make up for that miscue. Because next time they get down here, they got to be a lot more careful when they decide to air it out.
On the give, it's Robinson. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
Rodriguez on the tackle. 1-yard gain.
Here's 2nd and 9.
At the 11-yard line.
Now Penix. He'll get back to Kadero High. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
And the Falcons, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
On the ground, it's Robinson. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the gun, It's Penix. Complete. Former first-round pick Drake London with the catch. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33. It's a gain of 12 there. First down, Atlanta.
A gain of 12. And the Falcon first down.
And here's Bijan. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. 12 was nice last time, so they did it again. Another 12-yard pickup. And another first down. 2 minutes remaining. First half in a 7-0 game. Greg and I back from Ford Field in Detroit in a moment. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Another run here for Robinson. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. Second and 5. Throwing is Penix. There's Kyle Pitts with the grab. And they'll take this down inside the 35. 17 yards on that connection. It's good for a Falcon first down.
17 yards. First down, Falcons.
Back to throw. Here's Penix. Open man downfield. That's London. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
That's another.
It is a big play there for the Falcons. 31 yards. A chance here to draw level before the break. It's 1st and goal. They'll run the sneak, and he will drive his way into the end zone. Michael Penix. Touchdown, Atlanta. Certain quarterbacks have a knack for that, and he finds the space to get in the end zone for the touchdown, Greg.
Yeah, just a good old-fashioned quarterback sneak. Kind of a play that's taken the league by storm. Not necessarily the tush-push like we see up in Philly.
And trouble on this extra point. It is blocked. He gets free.
Wow.
He's to the 40. Inside the 20. And he's going to take this one back all the way. Disastrous. The blocked extra point leads to 2 for the defense instead of 1 for the offense. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
On first down, it's Goff. They'll try to set up the screen here. And he is upended. Boy, awkward-looking tackle. They take him down behind the line on that one. The Lions called their first timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the gun, it's Goff. That one out wide to Gibbs. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. Now Detroit's going to use their second timeout as they stop it with 13 seconds to play in this opening half. From the gun, on third down, it's Goff. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up fourth down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. Here we go. Now, Goff. He'll let this one go long for Williams. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. He's going to elect not to bring this one out. Probably a wise decision as this ball comes out to the 35. Throwing now, Penix on 1st down. Open man, he's got him. It's London. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
A gift, and here comes Robinson. He works free, right side. And he will score. Bijan Robinson, touchdown Falcons. That is some kind of run. Everything you love about a running back, using some of the power as well, Greg, to find his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And as so often is the case, Mike, in the NFL, you just can't block every defender. Well, for this back, it doesn't matter. You said it. His power is what allowed him to break those tackles and find himself in the end zone.
Gonzalez tacks on the extra point, and the Falcons have taken a 4-point advantage. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This returnable from the 4. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. He'll go play action with Goff. Going right, it's taken in. And he's got it to the 35-yard line. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. This one intercepted. Picked off by Troy Anderson. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I think anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, all offensive play callers fight the urge to chase those points. They tend to get a little bit overeager. They tend to push the envelope sometimes a little too far. Those turnovers, they only make the deficit grow, not shrink. Now, there's a lot of football left, Mike. They can still get back into this. They just have to be a little bit smarter about which risks you're willing to take.
And some good footwork there. He'll take this forward for a gain of 8.
On the pickup brings up 2nd and 2.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 2. They'll run it here with Robinson. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
Here's 3rd and 2. They'll throw. It's Penix. He's got his tight end. That's Pitts. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Play action. It's Penix. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
On 2nd down, it's a run with Robinson. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
A gain of 15 yards. And the Falcons 1st down.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now Penix going to get it forward on a pop pass. And no chance to turn and go. That one's good for just a couple.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the Lions' 12.
They face 2nd down and 7. Here's Robinson. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4. And it leads to 3rd down.
He was brought down.
And he's been on an absolute tear throughout this entire game, Mike. I mean, he's averaging over 10 yards per carry. And anytime you can run the ball with that explosiveness, it's just going to be hard to beat.
They'll try to run for it with Robinson. And it looks like he's going to have enough for the 1st down. Yes, he does. 1st and goal coming up.
That's another Falcons 1st down.
Looking to throw. It's Penix. Crushed. It's incomplete. He did get the pass off, but he got drilled before he let it go.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Now Robinson. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown Falcons. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Now Gonzalez to add the PAT. Now whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start. So even after the penalty, they're not going to rethink things. They'll stick with going for 1. That one is no good. Not even close. He missed it wide to the left, and the score remains right where it's at.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kicks away. Here comes a return from the 3. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return. They'll come up for 1st and 10.
180. Maverick.
Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. Now pass deep for St. Brown. And that is incomplete.
Well, they pretty much need a touchdown on this possession, and I think if I'm the defensive coordinator, the fine line you have to find, Mike, is I know I don't want to give up a deep shot, but I also don't want to just play prevent defense and give up too much underneath. So just continue to find that balance, make them go the long way, and just bleed this clock.
Big play in the game right here. It's third down. They'll drop to throw. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. Great timing to call the screen. It's a gain of 17 and a first down.
17 yards.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the first down anyway.
Now, deep shot for Amon-Ra. And he's going to be taken down, but a nice return up past the 35-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
Ball rests at the 37. It's first and 10. From the gun, here is Penix. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up second down.
Brings up second and 10.
Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. He's got this to Bijan Robinson. He's taken down to just shy of midfield.
It's a gain of 11.
Pickup of 11 yards on that one. First down, Atlanta.
A gain of 11 on the play. And a Falcon first down.
Here's Penix. Now, deep ball for London. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
It's second down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down. Throwing again, it's Penix. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there. And they force fourth down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force.
That's over the middle and intercepted. It's the linebacker, Jack Campbell. And the Lions are going to take over just shy of midfield.
I got to be honest, Mike, I'm a little surprised in the fact that they're even deciding to throw the ball given the situation. I mean, it's unlikely that that decision will cost them the game, but stranger things have happened on a football field.
Super one, like 20. What's up?
Goff to throw on first down. Open man downfield. It's Laporta. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
25 yards on the play.
Here's first and 10.
First down. First and 10 at the 27.
Here's Goff. That is caught. And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet.
Down the Lions.
And with that late score, it's going to give them a little bit of late life here, Mike. But remember, the next series of events is very unlikely. They need to get the onside kick and then likely a Hail Mary situation. So while they definitely have a little bit of a chance, I think it's pretty slim. Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
In need of a recovery and a quick field goal. Here comes the onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away. And he will be taken down. We'll see if they want to use those timeouts, but this one is about done. They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. To throw is Penix. That's caught left side by Pitts. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play.
And that's exactly how you stress all week, finishing a game. Get the ball and leave no doubt. But that late touchdown, Mike, that should all but just seal this victory away.
26, Lions 17.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. A short one taken at the 10. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
At their own 28-yard line.
Is the clock still good?
1st and 10. Here's Goff.
I'm on the way.
Deep for St. Brown. That is caught. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20. Oh, wait. Hold everything. A timeout has been called. That's
good.
Seemingly pretty silly with 1 second left in the game.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Here we go. One final play. And it's going to be some points here at the finish line. This is a touchdown. They've fought till the end, but still will come up short.
Yeah, and while this definitely helps the stat sheet, and you love the idea that the guys keep fighting, it's not going to do much more than that as far as the outcome of this ball game.
Important moment here for the Lions as they're going to go for 2.
Set up for the 2-point conversion.
On the zone read, he'll keep it himself. That's going to wind up incomplete. They try for 2, and it does not pan out. So it's a win for the visiting Falcons. They knew this would be a dogfight away from home, and they were right. But they come away with a hard-fought victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.